So I have a couple of new updates for you. Reuters is reporting that Iran is responding for the first time to President Trump pausing Project Freedom. And what they are saying is that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard's Navy says that ships will be able to transit through the Strait of Hormuz safely now that President Trump has put a pause on Project Freedom. Again, we always caveat what we get from Iranian military and government sources, but Reuters is reporting that the Iranians say ships can go through without being attacked. That is a major development there. The other big piece of this is that the U.S. and Iran, there is reporting, citing Pakistani officials, that they may be signing within the next day or so what they're calling a memo of understanding, which is effectively a peace plan that would end the war. It was first reported out by Axios this morning, and some of the details they have are a 14-point plan that would include a moratorium, basically a pause on Iran enriching uranium, which is what they would use to develop a nuclear weapon for a period of years. And then also that would include reopening the Strait of Hormuz fully. Now, again, all of this just coming in and still developing, so we don't have specific details on where these talks are. But if we see full implementation of any of that, obviously those would be major significant steps toward ending this war. Now, we've been here before where it seemed that the U.S. and Iran were on the verge of some kind of breakthrough, and then talks have fallen apart. So we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But what President Trump said this morning is that he's made the decision to stop Project Freedom, which was the U.S. military guiding ships through the Strait of Hormuz and breaking Iran's hold on the strait because, as he cited, there was great progress with representatives of Iran. Those are the exact words that President Trump used in his Truth Social post. So that is the latest now. We should mention that where we have been in the last 2 days, it seemed like war footing between Iran and the U.S. The last 2 days saw Iran firing missiles all throughout the UAE, forcing the closure of schools and government buildings, forcing the closure of one major oil hub in the UAE. We saw Iran firing at ships, both U.S. military ships and also commercial ships going through the strait. And also the U.S. saying that it actually took out and sunk 7 IRGC boats. So after that sort of chaotic 48 hours, we're at a place now where the reporting indicates that both sides are not only back at the negotiating table, but that there's pretty quick progress being made in the way of some kind of deal that may end the war. Obviously, we're waiting to see if President Trump or any Iranian officials publicly comment on this, Markie. But that is the latest from the region as it changes very dramatically and very quickly here.
Yeah.